Trump threatens obliteration after Iran suggests he has a mental disorder.
Promise you, they'll be destroyed.
Thus proving them wrong, of course.
Yeah.
The Iranian and U.S. presidents have traded insults, with Hassan Rouhani suggesting that Donald Trump suffered from a mental disorder, and Trump once more threatening Iran with obliteration. The very personal exchange was reminiscent of similar verbal clashes between the U.S. and North Korean leaders in late 2017, and underlined the volatility of U.S. foreign policy making in the present standoff in the Gulf. Trump has swung between dire threats and offers of talks without preconditions while ramping up sanctions.
Like a crazy person would.
The crazy mixed signals of Donald Trump. The worsening confrontation became significantly more personal this week when the U.S. imposed sanctions on Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, and 8 military commanders, and threatened measures against the foreign minister, Javad Zarif. On Tuesday, Rouhani responded by describing the U.S. president as afflicted by a mental disorder and said the sanctions against Khamenei were outrageous and idiotic, especially as its 80-year-old cleric has no overseas assets and no plans to ever travel to the U.S. The insult was an echo of Kim Jong-un's broadside against the U.S. president in September 2017 when he called Trump a mentally deranged U.S. dotard. The slanging match between Trump and Kim ultimately gave way to summitry and claims of mutual affection, with Trump even claiming they fell in love. Gross. The path to a diplomatic breakthrough with Iran, however, looks far more complicated.
What do you mean gross? That's beautiful, TJ.
It is beautiful.
What the world needs now.
As it has frequently in the past, the reference to Trump's mental faculties triggered an emotional response and a flurry of tweets. Iran leadership doesn't understand the words nice or compassion. They never have. Sadly, the thing they do understand is strength and power. And the USA is by far the most powerful military force in the world, with $1.5 trillion invested over the last 2 years alone, he wrote. The U.S. has not forgotten Iran's use of IEDs and EFPs, bombs, in parentheses.
Yeah.
Bombs.
Just wanted to make sure his followers could keep going with the conversation.
Which killed 2,000 Americans and wounded many more. And any attack by Iran on anything American will be met with great and overwhelming force. In some areas, overwhelming will mean obliteration.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
Trump's estimate of U.S. fatalities is much higher than the Pentagon estimate of 600.
2,000.
Once again, this could have all been avoided if we'd have fucking followed Paul Zigo's Grandpa Trump principle.
Tell us how we could have avoided it.
If this motherfucker was on a summit somewhere on the island of Fiji getting a lei put over his head and getting a nice fucking hamburger for dinner or some shit with a bunch of hula dancers and a cultural show or whatever the fuck, this would not be happening. This is happening right now because Donald Trump is being allowed to get bored. He's a grandpa. He's got nothing to do with his time. He's watching Fox News all day, sitting in his dark, dingy fucking bedroom, watching the fucking news, and he's ramping up all this rhetoric and shit. Like I said, dude, send this motherfucker to some island nation that would love to see a U.S. president.
Mr. President, you might not be aware of this, but Fiji is known for having the best chocolate cake in the world.
Oh, we must do a state visit then. Pause this war with Iran. You know what I mean? Like, we got to start doing the Grandpa Trump principle or we're doomed.
And like I said, give him his own Twitter feed. Twitter can probably make that happen. And it's just be like, Trump #1. Yeah.
Yeah, give him his own little fucking reality-free zone where everybody loves him and send him on state visits until he's done.
Yeah, we'll have like even liberals like, I was wrong about Trump and shit. So Trump will be all happy. And then,
feed him as much bad food as possible to accelerate the inevitable and just keep him traveling. Keep him going to these fucking, events, cutting ribbons, hanging medals on people.
Oh, you know what? The media
passing off trophies to kids.
The media has to stop writing stories about Trump playing golf too much. It should be like, Trump doesn't play golf enough.
They should just cover raptly his wonderful golf game and take at face value whatever numbers he gives him, just like you would your grandpa. Your grandpa shows up and goes, I shot a 72 under par. You go like, good going, Gramps.
Donald Trump, best golfer in world.
If we just did this,
New York Times front page,
we could avert this fucking tragedy. Because I'm telling you, man, if he had a big mouthful of chocolate cake right now and a hula show going on in front of him, he wouldn't even give a fuck.
Why would he care?
What Iran said or that it shot down a drone. He wouldn't care. He'd have a mouthful of delicious, the most decadent chocolate cake.
I wouldn't care, dude. If I was on a hula show and I had some chocolate cake, I'd be happy.
What do you want me to do, huh?
Grandpa Trump could be happy. Look, America needs to make Trump happy, and then America will be happy.
Yeah.
I just wonder if there's going to come a day where one of these foreign leaders says something that's too far for Trump to just unleash a tweet storm, and he's just like, no come.
I'm sure it's already happened. I'm sure cooler heads have prevailed at least twice in
like
the
some
few
foreign
years
leaders
he's been
to be
president.
like, Donald Trump is an absolute fucking retard
we can't-
piece of shit.
Sorry,
Go
Mr.
to
President,
war.
we can't open the briefcase.
Go to war.
Drop the nukes.
Give me the codes.
Destroy him. Obliterate him. I love how big Trump's vocabulary gets when it comes to words of destruction, you know?
Yeah.
Then it's all obliterate,
Yep.
decimate,
What's another word for destruction?
annihilate.
Oh, obliterate.
We will rain fire down upon you.
Yeah, he gets real fucking poetic when
Yeah,
it
that's
comes
when he
to
starts to get.
threatening violence.
That's when his fucking vocabulary goes up from a fucking second grade reading level to at least a fourth.
They may not be right about much, but Iran's leadership is right about this. We are suffering under the leadership of our president with a mental disorder, and we do need to treat him as such. So,
Yeah, dude, dementia's a serious fucking illness.
Grandpa
Yep.
Trump.
It
Grandpa
is.
Trump.
Grandpa Trump. Listen, become a fucking patron, you stupid fuck! What are you waiting for? Huh? Huh? Get up, grab your credit card, go over to Patreon and become a patron already! For fuck's sake, what am I gonna do? Spoon feed you epic shit while you lay on your back? You gotta go where the food is! Go! Reach into your wallet. Take out that card. Go to Patreon and swipe that motherfucker and become a real man!
Or woman.
Or a woman.